26 questions. Oh, no. Not started yet. I've not started the timer yet. I need to find a timer. Go! Right, write as a single power of 5. So that's 5 to the 19 because you add the powers. Write this as a product of prime factors. Okay, so we can do 80. 800 is 80 multiplied by 10. 10 is 2 and 5. We circle those because they're prime. 80 is 8 and 10. Again, 10 is 2 and 5. And 8 is 2, 4, 2 and 2. So how many 2s we've got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 2 to the power 5 multiplied by, and then we've just got 5s here. So that's 2 of them, 5 to the power 2. Bosh. Okay, we've got a table, and it says estimate the total mean for money she spent. Estimate the total amount. Okay, so we don't need to find the mean. We just need to do midpoint multiplied by frequency plus midpoint multiplied by frequency plus midpoint multiplied by frequency plus, again, midpoint multiplied by frequency plus midpoint multiplied by frequency. Okay, so that's going to be my final answer with 2,920. Bosh. Okay, we've got a probability question, looks like. So tin has X and tin B is 4 times the number that's in tin A. Okay, so B is 4X, tin C is 7 fewer than A, so it's X minus 7. The total of all 3 tins, so I need to add X and all of these ones, is equal to 137. Okay, so that gives me a total of 6X, and if I add 7 to that side, it's 144. And if I divide that by 2, it's 72, and to divide that by 3 is 24. Work out the number in C. Okay, so I've really got to be careful about actually answering the question. So C is X minus 7, so that's 17. Bosh, I'm not going to write it on the line, you don't need to. Don't quote me on that. Work out the length of the diagonal. Okay, yeah, we could do that. That's the square root of 6.5 squared plus 5.6 squared, which is, to one decimal place, 10.2. Bosh. Okay, a plane takes 3 hours and 36 minutes to fly to the Cayman Islands to New York. The plane covers a distance of that. Work out the average speed. Okay, so I need that in hours. So 36 over 60 is 0.6 of an hour. Then add on 3. So that's the total number of hours. And now if I want the speed, speed is equal to distance over time. So the distance is this, and I need to divide that by the time, 3.6. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make use of the answer button, press divide. And does it want it to the nearest whole number? Perfect. So 686. Bosh. Oh no, right, I can't do this one. That's annoying. But it says the perpendicular bisector. So I'd put my needle here. I would draw an arc like that. It needs to be a bit bigger than that. Let's start it over here. And I'll put my needle here and I'll draw my arc like that, something like that, and then I would just connect it up, a straight line between the two, and there we go, that's perpendicular bisector. Okay, simultaneous equations. Right, these ones are nicely set up. I can just literally add the 2 equations because the signs are different and the 5s are lined up perfectly. So that gives me 10x, the y's will cancel, and that will give me 5 minus 5. Careful, yep, so x is equal to minus 0.5. Let's sub into the top one, gives me minus 1.5 plus 5y equals 6. So 5y equals 7.5. So y is equal to 1.5. Perfect. Buys a new car, depreciates by that amount, so I'm timesing by 0.81. And it wants it after 3 years, and then I just take the total at the start multiplied by the multiplier. So that's 20,000 multiplied by 0.81 to the power of 3. and it's the nearest dollar, so that's 10629. Perfect. Okay, we've got a box and its contact with the table, X, and the force exerted on the box is this. The pressure is this. So we need to rearrange for the area. So area would equal force over pressure, if I rearrange that equation. So therefore the area is 1.2x, and that's equal to the force, which is 27, over the, which is 0.9. So I just need to do 0.9 over 1.2, which is 3/4. Yeah, of course it is 3/4. So x is equal to 0.75. Okay, nice. The table shows information about the surface of the world's oceans. Okay, work out the difference in the squared kilometers between the surface area of the Atlantic and the surface area of the Indian Ocean. The difference means subtract. Give your answer in standard form. I guess I could use my calculator to do this. So which is it? It's the Atlantic, which is 1.06 times 10 to the 8, minus the Indian, which is 6.86 times 10 to the 7. Okay, right, that gives me 3, 7, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So that would be 3.47 times 10 to the 7. Oh god, the surface area of the Pacific is K times the surface area of the Arctic Ocean. Okay, so let's take the Pacific and let's do that one divided by the Arctic, which is 1.41 times 10 to the 7. Okay, and that gives me, that is the value for K. Round to the nearest whole number, okay. So it's 11. Lovely. Okay, write down the integer number that satisfies the equation. So minus 2 doesn't, so minus 1 does, 0 does, 1 does, 2 does, 3 does, and 4 does. Write down the 3 inequalities that define the region. Okay, well, the one at the top is less than or equal to because it's below the line. And the, oh no, whoa, that's not right. Sorry, y is less than or equal to 6 because that one's below the line. This one here it's above the line, so we're going to say y is greater than or equal to x minus 3. And this one here I could rearrange to make this. So I always like to make y the subject, and again it's above the line, so I can say y is greater than or equal to minus x plus 5. Okay, polygon. 2 regular polygons each have n sides. Work out the value of n. Okay, so let's find this angle in here first. So that would be it would be 360 minus, no it wouldn't, no sorry, it's a triangle. So 180 minus 2 lots of 66 gives me 48. So these angles in here, they must add up to 360. So 360 minus the 48 and then divide by 2 will tell me that these are 156. So if the interior angle is 156, it means the exterior angle must be must be 180 minus 156, which is 24. Don't know why I needed a calculator for that. And we know that the exterior angles add up to 360, so if I divide by 24, that tells me how many of those exterior angles there will be. And that will give me 15-sided shape. Final answer. Okay, we have a prism, it's a trapezium and parallel. Okay, the height of the trapezium is this. The volume is that. Work out the value of h. Okay, so for a trapezium, we add the 2 parallel sides, divide by 2, and then times by height. And then we're going to multiply that by 10 because it's a volume. We want the whole prism, and that's going to equal the volume of the prism, which is this. Okay, so let's do 12 plus 7 is 19. Divide that by 2 and times that by 10. That will give me how many h's I have. So I've got 95h. So 95h equals 608. So let's divide 608 by 95. and we get 6.4. Bosh. Okay, interquartile range. Oh my, no, they're not in order. How annoying. Right, 5, 7, cross them off as you go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 and 18. How many are there? There are 11. So that means if I add 1 to it, it's 12 divided by 4, because it's quartiles, it's the 3rd position, and therefore it would be the 9th position, would be the upper one. So that will give me a total of 6. Okay, complete the table. Right, surely the quickest, most efficient way of doing that is using the table function. So x squared minus x over 2 minus 3 is the function, and there's no second function, and we want to start that at minus 3, and we want to end that at 3, and we want to go at steps in 1, yes please. So we've got that one already, so that's 2 minus 1.5 and minus 3, and then if we go down we're going to get minus 2.5, we've got that one already, and 0 is right there. Okay, right, now we need to plot. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, so minus 3 is at minus, oh no, 7.5, which is there. Minus 2 is at 2, which is there. Minus 1 is at minus 1.5, which is there. 0 is at minus 3. 1 is at minus 2.5, which is there. And 2 is at 0. That seems a bit funky. And 3 is at... Oh, I've made a mistake, that's why. That should be there. Okay, good checking. It's always got to make this beautiful U shape. So it's going to come down like that. Again, this is... I'm going to give myself a bit of leniency here because it's much harder to do it on a piece of paper. And much easier to do it on a piece of paper, sorry. Okay. Right, let's get my zoom back. Okay, so we've got a... Cody has 2 bags, okay, different bags. Each counter has odd or even written on it. There are 10 in A, and 7 of these are odd. Okay, so that obviously means that 3 out of 10 are even. And then in bag B, we have odd numbers. There are 7 out of 12, which means there are 5 out of 12 even. And again, we write it out like this: 7 out of 12 and 5 out of 12. Okay. Calculate the probability that the total of the numbers on the 2 counters will be an odd. Probably the total of the numbers on the 2 counters will be an odd number. Okay, so we need to add them up. So the only way we can get odd is if we add an odd and an even. So it's basically 7 over 10 multiplied by 5 over 12. That's this one, or it could be this one, which is 3 over 12 times 7, 3 over 10 times 7 over 12, sorry. Okay, so let's just do 0.7, save time, times by 5 over 12, plus 0.3 times by 7 over 12. 7 over 15, okay, so I think that is the right answer. Oh no, Harriet also has a bag of counters. Each of her counters also has an odd or even number written on it. Harriet is going to take at random a counter from her bag. The probability that the number on each of Cody's 2 counters and the number on Harriet's counter will all be even is 3 out of 100. Find the least number of counters that Harriet has in the bag. Oh my gosh. Right, even and even is 3/10 times 5/12. So in order for all 3 of them to be even, it must be 3/10 times 5/12 times by whatever this probability of Harriet's being even is. And that will equal 3 out of 100. Okay, so if I do 0.3 multiplied by 5 over 12, That means that, yeah, so 1/8 of x is equal to 3 over 100. So times both sides by 8. So x is equal to 24 over 100. So if I need to simplify this as much as possible, so I can divide it by 4 to get 6 out of 25. So that's as simple as I can get the fraction, which means that the least number of counters in her bag must be 25. Oh no. Do you have a dog, a cat, or a rabbit? Oh gosh. Use this information to complete the Venn diagram to show in each appropriate subset. Okay. Where's the middle one? That's where we should start. 6 have a dog, a cat, and a rabbit, so that goes there. X have a dog and cat, so that's x minus 6. 9 have a dog and rabbit. So 9 minus 6 is 3. And 8 have a cat and rabbit, so that's 2 goes in there. 20 have a rabbit, and so far I have 11 in there, so I need 9 more. 18 have a cat. Holy moly. Right, so 18 have a cat, so 18 minus what we've already got, which is x minus 6, minus 6 and minus 2. So that would be 18 minus x plus 6 minus 6 minus 2. They all cancel, so that's 16 minus x. Wowza. Okay, and dog, 28, we'll do something similar. So 28 minus x minus 6, minus 6 minus 3. So that's 28 minus x plus 6 minus 6 minus 3. They will cancel. So 28 minus 3 is 25. So that's 25 minus x. And lastly, 5 do not have a dog, rabbit, or cat, so that can go outside. Given that a total of 50 students answer the questions, work out the value of x. Oh gosh. Okay, so we need to add them all up and set it equal to 50. Right, so how am I going to do that quickly? Let's do all the numbers first. So I've got 25 plus 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 9 minus 6 plus 16 and plus 5 as well, I think. Okay, so that's 60. And then I've got the x's. I've got a minus x and a plus x and a minus x. That equals 50. So that and that cancel. So x must equal 10. Perfect. Oh, find the number that are not in C and are not in D. Okay, so you have to be not in C and you have to be not in D. So not in C and not in D. It must be these two. Okay, so that's 14 in total. Okay, right, a nice easy one. Calculate PD. Yes, so that's 8x is equal to 9 times 6. So 8x is equal to 54. Yep, that's right. So x is equal to 54 over 8, which is 27 over 4. Okay, perfect. Okay, right. Right, let's times everything by 10. So that's going to make 2 lots of this, and it's going to cancel the 5 factor, minus 5 lots of this. That's going to cancel the divide by 2, and that's going to equal minus 30. Multiply out the brackets, 8 minus 6x minus 15x. Don't forget to do the double negatives. And that equals minus 30. Collect like terms, that's minus 21x plus 33 is equal to minus 30. So minus 21x is equal to minus 63. So x is equal to 3. Okay, great. Right, solve this inequality. Right, so 5y squared minus 17y minus 24 is less than or equal to 0. I have to show how to solve a quadratic, so I'll do it using this method, which is minus 200, and b is equal to minus 17. So the numbers are 15 and 8, I think. Yeah, that sounds like it could work. Okay, so all over 5. So does it work actually? I said 15 and 8, I meant 25 and 8. So it's minus 25 and plus 8. Yes, that does work, doesn't it? We could divide the one on the left through by 5. It means that our critical values are y equals 5 and y equals minus 8 over 5. And we are doing less than, so it's going to be bounded in between those two. So it looks like this. Perfect. Okay, these are becoming such common questions. The height of a vase is 9 and the height of B is 13. Okay, great. So we know the scale factor in the first dimension is 13 over 9. Now we need the scale factor in the second dimension, so we're going to square that, which will give us 169 over 81. And we need to work out the surface area of vase A, which is the smaller one. Great, that makes it easier. Call that one x. So when I times through by the appropriate scale factor, because we're using volume, we get this. So the equation becomes 1x plus 169 over 81x is equal to 1800. So let's do 1 plus 169 over 81, and that gives me this. So that's the number of x's. So 250 over 81x is equal to 1800. So I'm going to do 1800 divided by that answer, and that's going to give me a value of 583.2. Okay, bosh. Okay, simplify fully. Yes, I can do that. Whoa, gosh. Okay, that's going to be a tricky one. Right, AC is equal to 120. B is equal to 23. So what is that? That is 12 and 10. No. Oh gosh, come on. All right, let's cheat. The examiner doesn't need to know this. Polynomial degree 2, so we've got 10, we've got 23, and we've got 12. Minus 4 over 5. Okay, so that means that one of the factors is 5x plus 4, which means the other factor is, oh gosh, 2x plus 3. So is it 12? Does that work? So yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so 5x plus 4, 2x plus 3, and then over the bottom we have 2x plus 3 and a 2x minus 3, because that's difference of two squares. Okay, so cancel, cancel, we get 5x plus 4 over 2x minus 3. Okay, right, good stuff. So what was the actual factorization then? How did that work? Because we would have had 10x in there, we would have had 10x in there, and we would need to have times this one. This would have been 15, so it was 15 and 8. 15 and 8, yes, of course it was. All divided by 10. Okay, great. Now the examiner knows I didn't cheat. Okay. Right. Now we need these all in powers of 2. I need to multiply those two together, which means I add the powers, so it becomes 5y plus 2 on that side. And this is 2 to the 3 to the 5y, because 8 is 2 cubed, and that's 2 squared n, because 4 is 2 squared. Times those through gives me 2 to the 50 over 15y, 2 to the 15y, and 2 to the 2n. Okay, let's multiply that to that side, and by doing so, when you multiply, you add the powers, so it becomes 2 to the 5y plus 2 plus 2n, and this side is just 2 to the 15y, and now we can equate them, the powers, so we've got 5y plus 2 plus 2n equals 15y, minus 5y from both sides gives me this. What's the question actually asking? Expression for n in terms of y. So divide through by 2 and then minus the 1 over as well, and that works nicely. Okay, The first term of an arithmetic series is this. The sum of the first 30 terms is that. Find the ninth term of the sequence. Okay, so the first term, so a is minus 6. The sum of the first 30 terms, so that's 30 over 2 using the formula. 2 times the first term plus n minus 1, which will be 29, multiplied by the difference. Okay, and that's equal to 2865. Right, lovely. Okay, so that's 15, and that's minus 12 plus 29d is equal to 2865. Let's divide both sides by 15. So 2865, and we're going to divide that by 15. Oops, divide that by 15. 91. 191. Okay, great. Let's add 12 to both sides. And then divide through by 29. Hopefully this gives me a decent number. 7, lovely. Okay, so d equals 7. And the ninth term will be the first term plus n minus 1 d's. So that will be 8 lots of 7. So the term we're looking for is minus 6 plus 56, which is 50. Find the ninth term. Yeah, okay, fine. Right, completing the square. Well, let's take a minus 2 out, and that will give me x squared plus 6x. Let's leave the positive 7 outside the bracket. We don't need to take that out as well. Just double checking that works, yes. So minus 2, so that's x plus 3 all squared minus 3 squared, which is 9. Yes, that works. So times 3 gives me minus 2 lots of this. And then plus 18, when I times minus 2 by minus 9, plus 7 gives me 25. So it's 25 minus 2 lots of x plus 3 all squared. Okay, oh no! Oh no! This is going to take me ages. This is a horrible question, I'm sure. The line are 2 straight lines. The origin, yes, okay, that has that equation. Line 2 is perpendicular to line 1 and passes through the point. Okay, so, right, 10y is equal to minus 5x plus 8. So y is equal to minus 0.5x plus 0.8. But that's important, that's the gradient. So the perpendicular gradient is equal to 2, because it's a negative reciprocal of minus a half. And it goes through this point. So y is equal to 2x plus c, and it goes through 6 is equal to 2 times x, which is 16, plus c, so that's minus 10. So c is minus 10, so y is equal to 2x minus 10. That's line 2. Line 2 crosses the x-axis at the point A. Where it crosses the x-axis, y equals 0. So 2x minus 10 equals 0. So 2x equals 5. 1x equals 5. Yeah, okay, so that's the point A. Okay, x equals 5, so the point A is at x equals 5. Yeah, fine. Line 2 intersects the straight line with that one. Okay, so let's find out when x equals minus 3, we have y is equal to 2 times minus 3 minus 10. So y is equal to minus 16. Okay, so that's the point B. Find the area of the triangle OAB. Okay, so we've got O here. We've got A, which is at 5, 0, and we've got B, which is at minus 3, minus 16, all the way down here. Okay, so this is a triangle which we can have this. So the base is 5 along here, because we know that it goes from 0 to 5, and this height here is 16. Perfect. So it's just a half times 5 times 16, which is 40. Bosh. Okay, right, n is a multiple of 5. Prove, using algebra, that a squared minus b squared is always a multiple of 20. Okay, right, so if n is a multiple of 5, then we can say it's equal to 5k, let's say. Okay, so that means that a is equal to 5k plus 1, and it means that b is equal to 5k minus 1. So a squared minus b squared is equal to 5k plus 1 squared minus 5k minus 1 squared. Okay, so 5k plus 1 all squared is 25k squared plus 10k plus 1. And then I'm taking away, I always do this in brackets, I don't want to make a mistake with the negatives, but that's 25k squared minus 10k plus 1. So overall, we're going to get just 20k. So it equals 20k. And you could just say, I don't think you even need to say this, but therefore is a multiple of 20. Gosh, okay. Right. No! Vectors! Oh, I was doing so well. The worst. Okay. Oh, golly gosh. A and B is a straight line, right? Oh, we've got to do equating coefficients as well. Oh, no. Right, N is there. Oh, no. Okay, right. No, we can do this. Right. I need to get my... I need orange... I mean... need a green line and a yellow line. Looks like that's what it's going to be. Okay, so let's do green first. Okay, so green is going to be O to C, and that is 3A plus 4B. Okay, that's very nice. So O to N is a multiple of 3A plus 4B. It's some fraction of it. It's not the whole amount, it's just some fraction. Okay, right, I need to use a different colour actually, because that's not gonna show up very well, is it? Right, so blue, the blue line. Let's find the blue line. Right, the blue line is A to B, which will be minus 3A plus 6B, or I can write it as 6B minus 3A. And A to N is some multiple of that. I'm not sure what it is yet, but it is some fraction of that. Right, now let's express O to N in terms of the blue line. So I could go add 3A and then add on AN, which is mu 6B minus 3A. Okay, fantastic. Right, so now we can expand out. So this one becomes 3 lambda A plus 4 lambda B. And this one over here becomes 3A plus 6 mu B minus 3 mu A. And they're both equal to O to N, so we can set them equal to each other. And then what we could do is we can look at the coefficients of A. So A on the left is 3 lambda, and A on the right is 3 minus 3 mu. They must be the same because the two vectors are the same. And the B's, let's look at the B's now. We've got 4 lambda on the left, and that is going to equal 6 mu on the right. Okay. What do I want? I want ON, so let's just find lambda as quickly as possible. So I could do that by doubling this one to get that, and then replacing 6 mu with 4 lambda. So this 6 mu now, I'm going to replace it with the 4 lambda. So that gives me 10 lambda on this side is equal to 6. So that means lambda is equal to 6 over 10 or 3 over 5. So therefore ON is 3/5 3A plus 4B. It says simplified expression, so maybe I need to multiply that out. So 9A over 5 plus 12 over 5B. And we are done! What's the time? 33 minutes 19 seconds. Gosh, let's go! That was intense. Okay, I need to check my answers and then I'll come back and hopefully with 100%. I'm back, different day, I've just marked it and I made a mistake. No! So close! 99%. It was a good time, I was really happy with the time, but the mistake came pretty early on, which is even more gutting. I don't know if it's more gutting, I don't know, but it is gutting. And where was it? It was here. Oh my gosh! I just swapped the 7 and the 4. I just don't know what happened. My brain just collapsed in that split second, and I didn't check over it. I would have got the first mark though for actually getting it right, but not writing it in standard form correctly is going to drop me a mark. I'm probably going to have to do another one of these because I'm so close to 100%. And also, perhaps I could have gone faster. Perhaps, is it possible to do it under 30 minutes? I don't know. Maybe if I really push myself, I might be able to break that barrier. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, then please do like the video, please do share it, and then that will also inspire me to do another one of these speed runs. And if you're looking for more detailed explanations, then you're probably not going to find it in this video, but my channel is packed full of IGCSE content where I go over every topic, I do exam questions, and I really do explain it in much more detail. So yeah, bye for now, and if you want to watch those videos, you can watch them right here.